So Disney Dreamlight Valley have made a little bit of a weird decision. By the way, I'm very, very ill. That's why I sound nasally. I can't breathe out my nose, but I really wanted to cover this. So when Disney Dreamlight Valley was first dropped, they said that it would be a free-to-play game, but if you wanted to get it in early access, you could purchase it. Now, the actual purchase, okay, is pretty expensive. The actual base game itself is £23 in British money, but to get the Ultimate Edition, it's £40, which is literally insane. And that's with 30% off because I bought the base game. So even before release, it was expensive. They promised that you would get it for free if you purchased it, and it would be free by the end of 2023. It seemed that Disney were ignoring the fact that it was supposed to be coming out free, and people were wondering, when are they doing an announcement of the full release of the free game? Wow. Money got in the way. Disney seemed to be getting cancelled for everything lately, but I didn't think it would be about their freemium Disney Dreamlight Valley game. For Disney Dreamlight Valley is getting an Enchanted Adventure update. As well as this, we're getting something called Disney Dreamlight Valley A Rift in Time, an expansion pass to the game. This paid for expansion pack will come with new biomes and characters, blah, blah, blah. Now, they've also mentioned an update on free to play. As we look ahead to the official launch with the learnings we've gained from early access, we've made the decision to remain a paid game for the foreseeable future. Now, like, I'm not against DLC or paid content or whatever, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. The thing that pisses me off a bit is that Disney Dreamlight Valley has the foundations of a freemium mobile app game where the base game is free, but it contains in-game currencies. It contains these small expensive packs. It contains battle passes. And now we're getting expansion packs. If Disney Dreamlight Valley did not have the cash grabby freemium currency, if they did not have the cash grabby battle pass, it would have been fine to upsell DLC with the game being paid. But the fact of the matter is they're treating it as both a premium game with DLC and a freemium game with microtransactions. The majority of video game developers either do one or the other, but Disney Dreamlight Valley are trying to do both. That's something that doesn't really sit very well with me. They've also introduced a gold edition to the game. I believe the gold edition is new and it comes with the expansion pass as well as the base game if you don't own the base game already. With it, you get like a few extra moonstones and exclusive items for the same price as the standard one plus the pack too. Now, for people who did purchase the base game, they've said that they're giving some gold edition cosmetic awards to them for free. So you get a little something. It's just like when you think of, you know, a freemium game, DLC is always supposed to be optional, but I just feel like Disney Dreamlight Valley's approach was so severe. Like, I don't know what anybody else thinks, but in my opinion, if you're releasing a game under early access, you should not be releasing any paid for DLC for that. If your game is not ready and it's not in its full release state, you should not be doing any form of extra downloadable content that's paid for, because that's very immoral, because it's not for, you know, a fully complete game. When a game is in early access, in my opinion, there should be no paid for DLC. You should be solely focusing on actually making the base game itself. And then when the game's in its fully released state, then you can integrate DLC. But no, Disney Dreamlight Valley chose very, very early on to introduce is it called Moonstones? The gem currency that you find in mobile app games. I believe the first ever form of a battle pass we got in Dreamlight Valley was the Christmas one. I may be mistaken. And now, of course, we've got expansion packs. And as a Sims YouTuber, I've always yapped on about how bad The Sims is. At least The Sims doesn't have freemium currency. At least it doesn't have a battle pass. That's all I'm saying. The Sims wins. And to say The Sims is a bit less cash grabby, like that is that's a big statement. You know, The Sims, it's quite simple. It's got a base game and then you got optional DLC for different kind of gameplay elements you want to go down. As soon as I heard that Dreamlight Valley was being made by Gameloft, I was feeling a little bit bit worried because they are a mobile app developer primarily. And even though I have enjoyed Dreamlight Valley, it does feel like a mobile app experience, but just put on the big screen, I will be honest. It's just, guys, do you know what I mean when I'm just like, if they just kept the game free to play with this expansion pass, I would have kind of accepted it. If the expansion pass had just as much gameplay as the base game and tons of stuff, I would have been all right with it. But because they're making the base game now paid for content, it just doesn't feel worth the money anymore. The statement given was, this choice ensures that Disney Dreamlight Valley will be able to continue delivering on a premium game experience for all players. And to that, I argue, perhaps the issue is that people aren't buying into your freemium currency and DLC. If you're having to make the base game paid for when you were originally going to make it free, that indicates to me that not enough people are purchasing your freemium currency. Not enough people are purchasing the battle passes. Therefore, perhaps they're trying to make up for that by making the base game now premium. I don't know. But if that is the case, potentially they need to rework their DLC system. This is a weird thing about putting DLC in an open beta game. Once you've got DLC in an early access game, it's very difficult to change it all up. This is why I genuinely don't think they should have done it. Right now, I personally don't feel like monetization of Dreamlight Valley is fair. The amount of money for the moonstones, it just doesn't feel like very good value at all. Honestly, I genuinely think they should have just done like a Sims approach with like Sims style packs for the game and kept it free. I honestly think that would have worked completely fine for the game. Now, they have said that they are releasing multiplayer. I guess that's a good thing, although is that just the standard these days, have multiplayer elements in a simulation game like this? What I really think we need to see is massive upgrades to the base game now, apart from just multiplayer. Honestly, I feel like we need a lot more objects and outfits, especially in the base game, as well as a lot more characters, even if you don't own any of the DLC. What I really don't want to see is that as soon as it comes to the full release of the game, that they just abandon the base game and don't offer any free updates to people unless they purchase packs. People bought into Disney Dreamlight Valley in early access because they were promised a very specific kind of model for the game, and now they've changed that model after people have purchased it, and now they're asking for more money. It just sits totally wrong with me. I think Disney in general, like, they're on a let's get cancelled and boycotted speed run. Not just with this game, but like overall, if you know what I mean. They're involved in a lot of political debates and things. I just don't think it's going very well for them recently. Honestly, I personally don't think I will go back to playing it. Like, I uninstalled it. I don't think it's a bad game. Genuinely think it's a good game, but I just can't keep up with the monetization. It is confusing. It's so confusing. Having freemium content in a premium game is crazy. It's literally crazy. When the game is fully released, I will do a post early access review, but until then, I probably won't cover it again. I just wanted to share my opinions. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.